Well, hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Shani and I'm a part-time reseller. And tonight I have a ship with me. Tonight is Sunday. It is September 21st. Yes, September 21st. How's it going? How's your week been? I have been gone just a couple of days. My husband and I, this last week was our 20th anniversary and we didn't get to do much this year, but we decided to go on a couple day trip about 3 hours away to the eastern side of Missouri, and we hiked our tails off. We love to go hiking, and so that's what we did. And so my calves are roasted today. But it's so beautiful to just get outside and, just see God's beauty. So anyway, yeah, and we had our first bear encounter deep in the Mark Twain National Forest. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. The crazy thing is we did not see it. It was very close, and we came around a corner and we must have kind of scared it suddenly, and it made this like low guttural growl sound like, hey, I'm here. And we stopped, I stopped. I was in the lead with Lou, and I stopped and I looked at him like, oh my gosh. And I said, what was that? And he was like, was that a motor like way far away? I was like, no. And then about that time there was a large and needless to say, it scared us both to death. But we actually we had some protection with us, and so we made sure to get it out and put it on my husband's hip at that point. And so and then my husband said, hey bear, really loud, and it took off and it was crashing and banging, and it was kind of crazy. But so I never got to like actually take a picture of it. It looked just like in the movies when there's like dense bush. It was kind of in that, and so we didn't actually get to be able to see it to take a picture, but we are 99.9% sure we had a bear encounter. Oh, and about I would say 25 feet up the trail, 25 to 50 feet up the trail, there was fresh bear scat. So and we are 100% sure it was bear scat. So anyway, I just thought I would tell you about my first bear encounter that I didn't quite see, but I definitely heard. And let me tell you, black bears can sound like grizzly bears whenever you've never heard one in person before. And I can only imagine the size of the thing. Watch, it was probably like a little tiny bear, but anyway, that's my first bear encounter in the wild. So anyway, since I was gone, I didn't work a whole lot this week. My week started off amazing. You guys remember I had that the Miu Miu belt sold, the Bombay Company James the Butler sold. My net profit on that was $120. I shipped that out on Tuesday. So the first of the week was a total banger. Like, I was so excited. And then as the week went on, Thursday came around, and I didn't even do a ship with me on Thursday night or Friday morning, because on Thursday I had one sale. And so I decided to, since I was off last week, I decided to not do a ship with me on Thursday night. And my hope was that by Friday morning I would have a few more sales and I would be able to ship out before we went out of town. But the unfortunate thing is I only had that one sale on Friday. And so I'm gonna show you what it is. It's this Ted Baker London Bath metallic paisley 3/4 sleeve lined top, size 2. And I'm gonna show you, it was just kind of like this lined, kind of a lined, almost a chiffon sheer top on it, but it was lined. This thing sat and sat and sat. It actually is from my old house. I can tell the pictures are of my old table. And it was just a bummer. It was actually my first Ted Baker piece I had ever found. I'm pretty sure it was my first piece. And it has sat and sat in my closet. I posted it initially in the 40s. And this is, you know, a great example of, just because it retails for a lot doesn't mean it's going to resell for a lot. So it was a small size also. So that sometimes makes a difference. My garage door is shut. We are actually, it was starting to rain a second ago. Even though it is really nice outside right now. So I recently ended that listing and relisted it, and I edited my price. I brought my price down, I think, to $22. I received an offer for $18 and on eBay, and I accepted that. So I shipped it out Friday morning before we left. I was kind of in a conundrum. I don't like that I did a time away. I have 2-day shipping. So my worry was that for some reason, if someone bought something like right after I left on Friday, I didn't want to make anyone mad, even though I have 2-day shipping and I should have been okay. And I could have still shipped it out today. I feel like, you know, Amazon has created this although, you know, when you get stuff from Amazon, it's not as quick as it used to be, but I feel like we all kind of have these expectations of really quick shipping. And I try to be really quick. I try to always do next day shipping, even though my, you know, eBay store has 2-day shipping. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I did a time away until Saturday, and Friday night, I actually ended up taking that off because I thought, you know, why did I do that? I should have left it. And I think I probably would have got some more sales, because time away does seem to affect your status. So anyway, I don't know why I did it. I didn't do anything on Poshmark or Mercari. I actually had a sale on Poshmark on Friday, and I do feel like people on Poshmark have less of that expectation of, like, you know, I don't know. This is just like what I have, you know, found selling on Poshmark versus eBay. So I don't want to say less picky buyers maybe on Poshmark, but less expectation, more relaxed with the shipping. I don't know. That's just what I found with people, but I've always tried to be really quick on shipping, because then my thought on Poshmark is I don't get that money till you get it. So, okay. So Friday came, we got there and we were hiking, and I only had one Poshmark sale, and I'm going to find it. Here it is. Poshmark has been, well, I guess this was my 4th Poshmark sale of the week. This is going out in a 12 by 15. Here's the crazy thing is, these, you know, these bag sales I do in the flannel, I've got to start collecting flannels for this year's flannel sale. So through the year, whenever I go to the Goodwill outlet, or whenever I go to my favorite little thrift stores, I will pick up all the good flannels that I can. And my cost of goods is normally a less than $1, most of the time less than $1. And what I've started doing is I started listing them for sale on eBay, unless it's like a Walmart brand or something I just don't feel like is gonna sell well. And then at the end of the year in December, there is a craft fair back home I go to. It's really special to me because I started that craft fair years ago, and I passed off the baton to 2 of my good friends from back home. And so I hang up this rack, and I have a $5 flannel sale, and it's gotten to where now people know I'm gonna be there, and they know I'm gonna have flannels, and they will just come and buy 10 flannels at one time. You know, they'll stock up for their whole family. So all of these flannels were on that sale from last year. And for the kids flannels, I normally do like $3 to $4 each. Just because normally my cost of goods can be a little bit lower on them. So this is what I did is, as I went through last year's, sorry, I just ate and my acid reflux is really kind of, not that you guys want to know all that, but hey, I consider you my friend, so guess what? You get information you didn't care to know. So anyway, I have a set of 4 kids flannels. These, you know, 3 of them are kind of more maybe girlish than the one. But I decided to go ahead and lot them all together. They're a little bit wrinkly just because they have been in my plastic tub forever. So I listed all 4 together. This one is brand new with tag, actually. And yeah, it just has sat and sat and sat. And so I got an offer for $13 on Poshmark, and I took it. So I don't want these 4 this year. They were there last year. And to me, it's just about clearing out for more space now. So my net profit this year is only $10.05. So I'm basically recouping probably my cost of goods and a couple extra bucks. So that's, I mean, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. And sometimes you just have to cut your losses and go on with it. So now I could have kept these for this year, but I just decided I would rather let them go. I don't know where my thank you. I need to order some more thank you stickers. So the 4 of these, they can fit in a 15 by 12 poly mailer. And since it is Poshmark, it is ground shipping now. So good deal. So that's my one Poshmark sale. Yeah, I'm a little bummed because I have 17 sales for the whole week so far, and it is Sunday at 6 p.m. right now. But you know, last week I was up to 20 sales from the week before. 17. Was it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 12. So okay, I'm still not that low, but I definitely had some higher net profits than that week for sure. So anyway, it's just kind of a bummer. I wish this weekend could have been better, but that's okay. I had 2 Etsy sales, so hey, I am super happy with that. Let me get to them. We'll do the Etsy now. Okay, so my first Etsy sale, and I know some of you guys had kind of commented on the vintage perfumes I got. This is one of them, and I'm shipping it in a reused box. You know, I used to be kind of on Etsy. You know, some of the sellers on Etsy, they really like package, and you know, they do really cute packaging, and I used to try to do that, but I'm just more about getting it to them quick now. But this is a vintage Elizabeth Arden red door, and it's a travel size, so it's got that. So I just have to be careful because I don't want it to spill. The cap is pretty secure. So what I've decided to do is I cut me some paper here, or some bubble wrap. And I'm just gonna, I didn't want to like put tape on it because I didn't, you know how, ooh, the wind just picked up. You know how when tape's been on something for a while and it leaves that sticky residue? I didn't want them to take that tape off and it have a sticky residue. So I decided to do that to help keep it sealed. So hopefully that stays good. And then I'm gonna put it in a little bag in case it leaks. And then you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm double bagging it because I don't want it to leak. And I'm actually gonna kind of help reinforce it with this. And I'm gonna put a little sticker on it. Okay. And then I'm just gonna put it down in my box. And pray for the best. That's what I'm gonna do. If you're hearing it get crazy, it's because we are getting a thunderstorm and it just decided to hit. So hopefully I don't lose power like I did that one day on you guys. That was quite a while ago. Okay. Some people might be picky about the eBay tape, but I'm not. So unless the buyer asks me to use regular tape because it's a gift or something, then I just use what I have. And I am just happy with that. So it will go out in that small little box. Okay. And then my other Etsy sale. Oh, I didn't talk about what, okay. So it is sold for $10.99 plus shipping on Etsy. Here's the crazy thing. So if you watched my haul video, then you know it and another perfume, another mini perfume, were in with the Christian Dior face serum and cream. I bought the whole lot for $40, the whole thing of that for $40. I decided to keep the Christian Dior lotion and serum because it was like my one chance in a lifetime to try super expensive face cream, you know what I mean? So I kept those. So what I did is I kind of allotted certain cost of goods with certain things. So the mini perfumes, I put $5 each on them. So basically $20 for the lotion because it was marked $100. I didn't pay $100. I paid $40 for everything because I got it on the final sale day of the estate sale. So I allotted $20 for the big lotion, $10 cost of goods for the serum. Because those are bigger items. And then I did $5 each on the Vintage Obsession and the Vintage Red Door. So it's showing that my cost of goods are probably high for that item, but it's kind of how I had to justify it in my spreadsheet. Because otherwise my cost of goods would have been $10. There were 4 items in it, and I just don't, and some resellers probably would have done that just so it looked better on their spreadsheet for them, I guess, but I just felt like that it wasn't quite fair. So that's how I justified it. So so $5, and it's showing my net profit is only $4.08 on that, since I put in that I had a $5 cost of goods. I hope that really makes sense to you guys. So okay. This one I'm excited about. Don't ask me why, but I am excited. And this is an Etsy sale. So my title is Vintage Handmade Crochet Covered Wooden Hangers, lot of 13. So if I don't know if y'all remember me picking these vintage hangers up at one of my favorite thrift stores. I paid $1 for all of them. There are 13 of them. Now there's some wear. There's definitely some wear. And this is to show you that even if there's wear and maybe smell, just be really transparent with it. I'm going to read you exactly what I put in my description. In good to great condition, there's some wear noted from age. A few are a little fuzzy with pilling. There's one that has a couple stains. Some of the hangers don't have crochet to the top or are worn. Please see pictures for satisfaction and ask any questions. These were purchased secondhand. I have no control what house they were in, although they do not smell like smoke. They have an aged smell. I'm leaving cleaning to the buyer. Thanks for looking. So this really just goes to show you that don't be afraid to just be very transparent. People would rather you be very transparent and let them know this item is defected or whatever. Then if these were in excellent condition, I could have made way more money, and you're gonna see that my net profit is pretty dang good on these. So, yep, here's the 13 of them. Aren't these amazing? Think of some little old lady not that old ladies, young girls, men crochet. I know one of my neighbors crochets, and he's a man. So but back in the day, most of the women that crocheted were older ladies. So I'm gonna leave that there. Not all of them. There were younger ones, but I imagine an older lady crocheting these, okay? I'm just gonna say that. That's what I picture in my head. So anyway, and they don't smell bad, they just smell aged. That's all. So I found this box that they definitely fit in well, and I was so happy about that. Oh, my. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of, I mean, they are so cool. I love them. I absolutely love them. So I picked these up at one of my favorite thrift stores for $1. They had $1 on the entire lot. Can you imagine? $1 on the entire lot. I sold these on Etsy today, actually, for $28 plus shipping. My net profit, I bought them August the 19th. I just got them listed like a week or so ago. But my net profit is $24.34. I could not be more happy about that. That was a great sale. So anyway, I know I normally try to save your ears, but I really want to get this done. Because my body's telling me to relax. I have started taking up cross stitch, and it's a whole new world for me. But I'm working on a little cross stitch chicken thingy. So I want to go work on that some more while I'm sitting in my chair. All right, so I just feel like this was a great sale. Super happy. And these took up some room, so I'm really glad they sold. Okay, and then I had 2 eBay sales. So let me get... So that one was actually the best net profit I made this weekend, was the crocheted hangers. I'm glad it's raining because we really need the rain. I don't know about y'all, but it has been dry as a bone in Missouri. Okay. So my first sale is this Talbot's. Oh, darn it. I missed, I don't know what I did with its thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this afterwards. But this is a Talbot's women's denim stretch jacket, size medium, petite periwinkle. So the color is kind of like this periwinkle blue purpley color, and it's a Talbot's jean jacket. Has some stretch to it, and I bought this for $5. My cost of goods. It was at one of my favorite thrift stores, but their jackets there at one of them, they actually will price separately. And so I found it and it was $5, and I just decided to get it. I had a feeling it would sell just because it is Talbot's, and Talbot seems to do really well. So it sold for $24.99. It's shipping out in a 15 by 12. And I actually had some paper for it, but I don't know what I did with it. So $24.99. My net profit after fees and cost of goods is $14.56. So there is that one. So that was pretty good. Okay, and then my second eBay is this vintage Corelle by Corning Callaway Ivy pie plate, and I put pie pan, pie dish. Do you need to add all those pies? No, you don't. But apparently I felt the need to do that. So, okay, so I had never actually seen the pie dish from Corelle. I got two the day that I got this. I put this in a bag sale at my favorite little thrift store. My cost of goods was 94 cents, and this sold for $19.99 plus shipping. I did donate $2 to my local charity out of that sale, and my net profit is $14.25. So I'm very happy with that. I want to do something a little bit different on this. So I did get a message from this buyer. She asked, you know, no chips, no cracks, which it said it in the thing, but I know some people just need that verification that there isn't chips or cracks. And so, I mean, I'm pretty sure it said it in the thing, but you'll always get questions. You know, I got one today. Can you tell me the waist measurement? And we were on the road, and I said, I'm pretty sure the pictures show it. Can you see it? And she said, oh my goodness, yes, I can. So, and she said, thanks for getting back with me. So sometimes it's just an honest mistake. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Just be nice, be a nice human, and answer them back. And most of the time, it's just human error. We're all human. We all miss things. And so, yeah. So she has, you know, wanted that verification. So I told her that it's no chips, no cracks. And then she turned around and said, thanks for getting back with me. And she bought it immediately. So I am very happy for her and very happy for this sale. I do have another Corelle pie dish. But yeah, I grew up on Corelle. You know, the gold, the gold and white, that's my mom and dad still have that set. That's what we used when we were kids. And so yeah, so I had never seen the pie set. So I found this box. It actually fits perfect in this box. And then I weighed it with extra paper because I knew I was gonna bunch some more up. just started coming down. This box needs a little bit of TLC. There we go. So hopefully it gets safe to her. Yeah, just gonna reinforce this corner because let me tell you though, you know, I had this last week off and I don't want to go back to work, guys. You know, that Sunday night depression you get when you, maybe some of you don't get it, but I do, which tells me I'm done with nursing, I think, but yeah, I'm just kind of reinforcing it. This box is in good condition. It's just has a little bit of issues. I'm going to reinforce the bottom too. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is coming down. I hope my chickens decided to get their fannies to the... It is going to Wyoming, Minnesota. I didn't know there was a Wyoming, Minnesota. Did I? I don't think I did. Okay. So nice. It doesn't shake, like everything is tight in there. I have some fragile, oh, here they are. So I'm just gonna put them on. So did I tell you my net profit? I think I did, $14.25. So put my fragile stickers on there. Tell me, how many items have you listed from your death pile today? If you have a death pile. Maybe you're like an amazing reseller and don't. I clearly do, as you can see the rack behind me. Okay. So I have posted 6 items today. I finally decided I had... Oh, you guys will be happy. You'll be proud of me, I guess is the word. You're gonna be proud of me. So I just decided I've got to start being a little bit choosy maybe on some of the jewelry boxes I'm buying from her. The last one was a little bit, I don't want to say there was more junk in it. It just seemed kind of not as good quality box. But she messaged me this weekend and she asked if she had 2 lots ready. One was all brand new, still in packages and stuff from like Claire's, things like that. And she wanted, I think, $100 for that lot. I can't remember how many pounds there was. And then there was a junk lot and she wanted $100 for that. And I told her I would pass this time. I always hate that because then there's that fear of, well, maybe she'll reach out to, because she has other buyers too. And I feel kind of blessed she starts with me. But I don't want to lose that, you know, her starting with someone else instead of me. You know what I mean? So anyway, it is what it is though. And so in all that junk jewelry, I had kind of separated Monet, signed like Avon. I had an Avon bag, I had Monet, I had Napier, had Sarah Coventry, Coro. So I had all those bags. So I decided to do one big lot of all the signed Napier, Monet, all of that. And then I did one lot tonight. And I did auctions on them. I'm gonna see how the auction works. And basically I started my auctions with $1. There were, I think, 52 items in the signed lot, and I started my auction at $49.99. I feel like that's fair. And then the Avon one, I think there was 29 items, and I started at $29. So we'll see. I just decided if it doesn't sell, maybe I'll come up with a figure and I'll just post it for sale that way. But that's what I decided to do. So I got through all of that tonight. So that made me feel like I did. It's been on my mind to do it, especially since I have went through all the lots that I have. So I'm like catching up and trying to get through stuff before I know she messages me with another one. So, okay. And then here I had a Mercari sale. I'm not kidding you. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm here for it, but it just threw me off because Mercari has been very silent. It is, I think, weeks since I got a Mercari sale. So this is an Adriana Papel. It is a beautiful dress. I put midi dress, size 12, cocktail wedding career, 3/4 sleeve, pink. So it could be a wedding guest. Definitely, it could be cocktail, depending on the situation. So it has that tie in the front, which is really pretty. So anyway, I posted this. I think I had posted it for 36 or something initially. And I received an offer on Mercari today for $26. I've had a lot of lookers on this, a lot. And I got that offer today for $26.50 was actually the offer. So on Mercari, I do free shipping. I pay for the shipping out of my own pocket. And because I do not like Mercari shipping, I think it's stupid. Now it could have changed, but I doubt it. I don't know, they've had a lot of problems, but so I decided to accept it because number one, I know I needed the sale. Number two, I was really hoping it would like get my Mercari going. I don't know if they have an algorithm over there, but I don't know what they got. But I'll tell you, it's been weeks since I got an offer from Mercari. So anyway, I decided to take it. I bought this on 75% off day at my local Goodwill. It was only, my cost of goods was only $2.62, which I feel like is a really pretty good cost of goods. This $26.50 minus the shipping I paid, minus my fees, my net profit was $13.56. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. I feel like this had sold on Poshmark, but they had canceled it at one time, which was a bummer. Okay, make sure I need to get the bag for this one. Okay, yep. All right, guys, that is it. So I have these 6 packages going out tomorrow. So do I wish I would have done way better? Yes, that would have been amazing, but that's just not the way my week went. I feel like I'm on this verge of fourth quarters coming. You can tell some people are starting to do a little bit more shopping for the holidays probably, or for upcoming, you know, winter. And then it's like I have a day where I don't do anything, even when I'm listing and stuff. So it's just, I mean, I guess it's a normal, but it's like some days I feel this surge of, I think it's fourth quarter, you know, we're heading into fourth quarter, here we go. And then the next day it's like one sale over all platforms. So that's just the way it's been for me. So, and I feel like that's the way it's been for a lot of you as well. So I don't, you know, that makes me feel more normal. Like, yeah. So we'll see. I'll give you my totals. Hopefully tomorrow night you'll get my total. Hopefully I make some sales and you you see me ship out tomorrow night. And I'll try and get some totals. I'll probably kind of delay making that debt payment. I normally pay it the minute I know what I'm supposed to pay, but I tracked that James the Butler, the little serving tray, the one I sent with UPS. I tracked it and it's not there yet. And I just wanted to safely get there because that's $120 net profit. So if I have to refund that guy for any reason, I want to make sure, you know, the money's solid and everything. So I don't want to go ahead and pay my debt, that 20% of that towards my debt. So anyway, I hope that all makes sense, but that's all I got. So tell me how was your week? Please let me know. And hopefully we just started a new week. Tomorrow is the 22nd. And yeah, I've got good thoughts for this week. So get to listing and I'll see you tomorrow.